Hello, my name is Jacob, and I'm recording our demo video for our final project group. Our group members are me, Jacob Dority, Pulat, Uralov, and Ben Bruso. So our game we called Capture the Castle. Really, it's a sort of tower defense-esque, capture the flag-esque kind of RTS game. Tower defense in the sense that you can place towers that will automatically defend against incoming enemies. Then you can build units that will also attack nearby enemies. But it's also capture the flag because you win by destroying the enemy AI's crystal. Our three AI elements that we used, our AI algorithms that we extended were first off pathfinding using A star. We use it on hexagon-shaped tiles, which honestly added a lot of difficulty with implementing the movement and stuff compared to like a grid, like a normal square grid. But that was our extension of the pathfinding. We had a four-dimensional influence map that keeps track of unit influences from both the enemy and the player, as well as building influences from each the enemy and the player. The unit influences are used for targeting, so there's an option when you have a unit selected where you can have it target a strong thing nearby, which would be the target would be whatever target it has that has the highest influence on the tile that it's on. And the build one influences the build radius, which is like the area that you can build around your crystal, which can extend further the more you build buildings that exert build radius. Last but not least, we have an enemy state machine with a behavior tree that is used by the enemy AI to actually choose which state it is in based off of how it's doing resource-wise, defense-wise, and attack-wise. And then it goes based off all those three states to have a behavior tree to determine what actual actions take place in each state. So I'll just do a quick demo. Our control mappings are, you can press mouse 1 to select things, so I'm using that to click on these tiles. I can build a unit, and I can right click to move it places. I can pan around holding middle mouse click. There isn't a real use for it, but it was useful when we were originally creating the game, as we can press tab, and that switches between the tile being selected and the unit that's on the tile being selected. And you can just cycle between them. Right click again moves them. You press spacebar to freeze time, which gives you time to build, maybe a bunch of units. Oh no, I don't have that, so I can build a bunch of gold generators. And build all my gold generators right here. I don't know why it's not letting me select some of the tiles. It's being funny. There we go. Gold generator right there. And then I can unpause, and you see that they'll start generating me gold. I can pause time and have select all these wizards and choose them to move. I could even build another wizard, set them to move, and I can unpause, and that's how the spacebar kind of works. Is it lets you almost queue up actions, but like there's no real queue controlling it. You can press escape to pause, and you can go back or go to the main menu. Those are really just the main controls. Anyways, you win by capturing the enemy's flag. I'm actually going to restart the game really quickly so I can just show you that you can actually win. It's just really tricky with the way the AI is set up right now. So I'm going to build a bunch of gold generators right here. The game is paused right now while I'm doing this. And some stone generators, so I can get as much generation as I can as soon as the game starts. This is the winning tech right now, by the way. I don't have enough gold, so I'll unpause. And you can see I just make a bunch of resources really quickly. Then I can unpause and let me just build a bunch of units. And then I can just sort of send them at the enemy. So, boom, boom, oops, boom, 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 boom. You can see they'll all move, find their path. Hopefully I get there in time to start doing some real damage. I can have it target strong, so if it targets strong, it should be targeting the crystal instead of any of the other things that go between them, but I guess actually these might exert more influence, so maybe that's wrong. Anyways, once they destroy the crystal, which they should hopefully do soon, you can see that I won. And then I can restart, and I will just let the enemy AI do their thing. It does take a while because they have a timer. I think it's like 3 seconds right now. I could totally be wrong. I can actually check that in this video. But they have a timer that they have that times how long they can take each action. So that prevents them from like just taking an action every frame and demolishing you before you even have a chance to do anything. Basically makes the game playable. But essentially their enemy AI, their 3 states are resource generation. So they start out generating the gold, the stone, the wood, in accordance with like how much they need. And we have like a rolling average for like their total like amount generated. And then they're using that to determine like their status on like how much they're generating. And then it goes to defenses, so each defensive building they place is gonna increase their overall like defensive score in their area. And then once that is like threshold is reached, then they'll start sending units out to attack. But that's the general kind of state machine with nested behavior trees that we have set up. And I think that is everything. I hope when you play it, Dr. Brown / Daniel, that you enjoy it. And it's really fun for you. Thank you.